So everyone, welcome to the Vajrasattva Express meditation. My name's Miffi. I'm from Langri Tangpa Buddhist Centre in Brisbane, but I'm really happy to be leading this practice for Tutun Norbu Ling in Santa Fe in America. And it's so wonderful that our students can all mingle amongst each other, amongst our webs of light and the interwebs, and meet our fellow FPMT Dharma students. It's really lovely. And we have a special connection together as well because of Geshe Sherab. You know, Geshe Sherab is your Geshe at Tutun Norbu Ling, but also we feel he's our Geshe at Langri Tangpa Centre. And I was saying before, no doubt wherever he's taught, they feel that he's their Geshe. So we've all been saying prayers for Geshe Sherab and for all the Kopan Sangha. So we can have a special motivation today as well, that by our collective merit, may it really be serving for making conducive conditions for the quick help and the recovery of everyone there at Kopan, all of our precious teachers. So usually when we set our motivation, it's two. We adjust our posture and then we adjust our mind. So adjusting the posture, really simple way to do it. Straighten the spine and then relax the body. So to straighten the spine, that you imagine that there is a fine thread of light running through the center of your body and coming out the crown of your head. And this fine thread of light, it's as if you're being supported by your crown. So you feel the weight of your body supported, and very naturally your spine will become more aligned, your posture more alert. Once your back is straight, then relax your body. And in particular, let all the tension from the neck and the shoulders fall away, roll off the tips of the shoulders. And then once we've adjusted the body, now we adjust the mind. So we remember why we're here, our motivation. What's our motivation? And it's okay to start where you are with the motivation. So often we might just start with, we have problems and we don't want to have problems. And yes, that's a fine place to start. And so then we adjust that motivation that no one wants problems. What we've missed out on is we also don't want the causes of problems. And doing this meditation is a way of purifying those causes of unhappiness, causes of problems, which is something that we haven't done up until now. So we adjust our motivation, not just to get rid of problems and suffering, but to completely get rid of all of the causes of all of unhappiness and confusion. And of course, we want to be happy, stress-free, and have a clear mind and a comfortable, open heart. And that is a good place to start as well. We want happiness for ourselves and happiness for our loved ones. So that's a genuine wish. And so we start there, and then we expand it out to others who are just like us, who, if we knew them as well, we would care about them as much. So even though we have not met others, all the others in the world, at some stage we have in our past lives, and they're fundamentally like us in that everybody has feelings, so everybody matters. So we adjust our motivation. It's not just for us, but for everyone, because they're just like us. And then we also adjust what the goal is. So it's not just temporary happiness. We don't just want kind of happiness now and we'll just take what we can get. But actually, what we're longing for deep within our being is lasting happiness. So our motivation isn't just for an alleviation of problems or a good enough kind of life, but really to take the essence of this life and to bring about lasting peace and happiness within our heart and in the hearts of all living beings. To bring all living beings to peerless enlightenment, nothing less. Then we can also inform our motivation by recognizing that we have a perfect human rebirth. We are the leisured classes. We have leisure, we have opportunity. This is such a rare thing just on a worldly scheme of things. We've got the leisure to come along and the opportunity of the interwebs. But more importantly, we're the leisured classes in terms of Dharma practice. This is even more rare and amazing. So to really appreciate that, and then recognize that it has limitations, that there is the reality of death and impermanence. So it's imperative that we do something now and not put it off. So with this motivation, we're going to do the Vajrasattva purification. And I thought I'd go through this little booklet just in a relaxed manner. And where we start is with Vajradhara Buddha, Guru Vajradhara, our own Guru in essence, the embodiment of the purity of the mind of all the Buddhas, the embodiment of the arising out of the Dharmakaya of that infinite spaciousness and clarity of the mind, so deep blue. Vajradhara with a body made of light, but very much alive, with the face of your Guru. And think that it's not just us, but all living beings in the presence of Vajradhara. And so we say the motivation prayer. I forever take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I take refuge in the three vehicles, in the Darkas and Dakinis of secret mantra yoga, in the heroes and heroines, the gods and goddesses, and in the bodhisattvas of the 10 bhumis. But most of all, I take refuge in my holy Guru forever. I forever take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I take refuge in all the three vehicles, in the Darkas and Dakinis of secret mantra yoga, in the heroes and heroines, the gods and goddesses, and in the bodhisattvas of the 10 bhumis. But most of all, I take refuge in my holy Guru forever. I forever take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I take refuge in all the three vehicles, in the Darkas and Dakinis of secret mantra yoga, in the heroes and heroines, the gods and goddesses, and in the bodhisattvas of the 10 bhumis. But most of all, I take refuge in my holy Guru forever. So we take a moment to generate an intense sense of regret for our negative actions, because they're what causes suffering for ourselves and for others. And recognize how much of our life we are pushed around and motivated by our disturbing minds and distorted attitudes. And then everything that we do, even if occasionally a good motivation creeps in, it turns out badly. It turns out badly. Now there are complications, but in the future, we set ourselves up for suffering over and over again without even knowing it. So instead of feeling guilty, generate just a genuine sense of remorse. I wish I hadn't done that. Why? Because I know what's coming in the future, and I don't want to experience unhappiness, and I don't want to have hurt others either. And we can have the courage to have this sense of remorse because we can do something about it. So take a moment to think, bring to mind anything that you've physically done, that or actions of speech, how you've communicated, or the obsessions and compulsions in our mind. Those negative things that we normally seek to hide or that we regret or feel guilty about, bring them to mind now. The specific things. Recognize them for what they are. Stop hiding them and think we're going to purify them and every other instance of that action throughout this life and all previous lives. Now we have a chance to do something about it. So what we want to generate is a real sense of urgency that we have to do something about these negativities, or else we're just going to continuously experience the suffering results of them. And at the same time, as a sense of urgency, a sense of hopefulness, that now how amazing, we have a method to purify. Think that we're doing this practice for all the beings in all the realms, not just the human beings, but those that we don't see. The animals, the very small animals, the wandering spirits, the hell beings, and all of the gods lost in their own pleasure. And then think that Guru Vajradhara, all of the wisdom, the clarity of Guru Vajradhara transforms into Vajrasattva, father and mother, there in the space in front of you or above the crown of your head, seated on a sliver of a moon disk, radiant, on a pristine lotus. Their body is white, very much alive, but made of light. Think that Vajrasattva, recognize Vajrasattva is your root guru, the holy mind of all the Buddhas, the Dharmakaya, who out of his unbearable compassion, which embraces you and all other sentient beings, appears in this form to purify you and all others. And feel your mind transformed into Guru devotion, the root of all blessings and realizations of the path to enlightenment. On a moon disk, at Vajrasattva's heart stands a syllable hum, encircled by a garland of the 100-syllable mantra. And as a powerful stream of white nectar and light flows from the hum and mantra garland, you are cleansed of all sicknesses, spirit harms, negative karma, and obscurations. So the mantra letters are also made of light, standing upright and very much alive, like flickering flames of light. Contemplate the meaning of the mantra. You, Vajrasattva, have generated the holy mind, bodhicitta, according to your pledge, samaya. Your holy mind is enriched with the simultaneous holy actions of releasing transmigrating beings from samsara, the circling suffering aggregates. Whatever happens in my life, happiness or suffering, good or bad, with a pleased holy mind, never give up, but please guide me. Please stabilize all happiness, including the happiness of the upper realms. Actualize all actions and sublime and common realizations. And please make the glory of the 5 wisdoms abide in my heart. So when we recite the mantra, the ha 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 ho, they are the 5 wisdoms. And the last syllable of the mantra, pet, P-H-E-T, that's like expelling all the negativities. So you don't say pay, but you say pe, so that all of those negativities are gone. So the first recitation, in particular to purify negative actions that we've done physically with our body, harming ourselves or others in this life and all previous lives, and bring to mind some specific instances as well. As we recite the mantra, blissful nectar-like energy and light flows through you, permeating your whole body, all of your subtle nervous system, every atom of your body, and cleansing all of those negativities like a continuous blissful shower of light. And all of those negativities are washed out from the lower parts of your body like sludge being washed from a drain pipe. So we'll recite the mantra slow first and then get a bit faster. Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva tenopai tita dridome bhava Sutokaya me bhava, supokaya me bhava, anarato me bhava, sava siddhi me prayata, sava kama tutame, chitam shriyam kuruhum, ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sava tathagata vajra mame mantra vajra bhava maha samaya sattva ahom pe. Om Vajrasattva samaya manopalaya Vajrasattva tenopai tita drido me bhava Sutokaya me bhava supokaya me bhava Anarato me bhava savasiddhi me prayata savakama tutame Chitam shriyam kurohum ha 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 ho bhagavan Savatathagata vajra mame mantra vajra bhava mahasamaya sattva ahom pe. Om Vajrasattva samaya manopalaya Vajrasattva tenopai tita drido me bhava Sudokaya me bhava supokaya me bhava Anarato me bhava savasiddhi me prayata savakama tutame chitam shriyam kurohum ha 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 ho bhagavan Savatathagata vajra mame mantra vajra bhava mahasamaya sattva ahom pe. Om Vajrasattva samaya manopalaya Vajrasattva tenopai tita drido me bhava Sutokaya me bhava supokaya me bhava Anarato me bhava savasiddhi me prayata savakama tutame chitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan Savatathagata vajra mame mantra vajra bhava mahasamaya sattva ahom pe. Om Vajrasattva samaya manopalaya Vajrasattva tenopai tita drido me bhava Sutokaya me bhava supokaya me bhava Anarato me bhava savasiddhi me prayata savakama tutame chitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan Savatathagata vajra mame mantra vajra bhava mahasamaya sattva ahom pe. Om Vajrasattva samaya manopalaya Vajrasattva tenopai tita drido me bhava Sutokaya me bhava supokaya me bhava Anarato me bhava savasiddhi me prayata savakama tutame chitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan Savatathagata vajra mame mantra vajra bhava mahasamaya sattva ahom pe. Om Vajrasattva samaya manopalaya Vajrasattva tenopai tita drido me bhava Sutokaya me bhava supokaya me bhava Anarato me bhava savasiddhi me prayata savakama sutame chitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan Savatathagata vajra mame mantra vajra bhava mahasamaya sattva ahom pe. Feel your body completely clean, clear, purified, overcome with blissful energy. Just like freshly washed crystal, clarified, radiant, clear. So that's the downward cleansing. Then the upward cleansing. This time as we recite the mantra, as the light flows through your crown, it fills up your clean, clear body like a continuous flow of nectar filling up this clean, clear glass, this pristine, clear container. And as your body is gradually filled with this radiant, blissful nectar and light, as it flows through you, slowly, slowly as the level rises, all of the negativities, especially associated with speech and communication, rise to the surface, like oil rising to the top. There's no room for them. They're just pushed upwards and outwards, and they leave through all the upper openings of your body. There's no room for them whatsoever. All of that negative energy is pushed up by the pure energy, and as it is, you experience great bliss. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopai Titai Trido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayatsa Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sapa Ahom E Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopai Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayatsa Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sapa Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopai Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayatsa Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sapa Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopai Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayatsa Savakama Tutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopai Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayatsa Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopai Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayatsa Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopai Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayatsa Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Feel your whole body radiant, energized. All of the negativities associated with communication and speech, with how we frame the world with words, completely purified. All of the stickiness of those words and concepts completely flushed out. And for the third method, the simultaneous purification, the instantaneous purification. This time as we recite the mantra, then the flash of lightning, the illuminating flash of light purifies our mind and all the negativities, the negative actions associated with the mind, all of the obsessions, compulsions, the resentments, the guilt, all the craving and clinging and grasping. As the blissful light flashes down through your crown, it completely illuminates your mind. In that instant, all the darkness, the negative energy of your mind is just dispelled. It disappears. It's not that it goes somewhere, it is completely dispelled. Just like switching on a powerful light, in a dark room. And just like in lightning storms, there are thousands and thousands of lightning flashes continuously. So here it's like lightning in the daytime. Already our body is luminous, and now the flash of light illuminates it even further, continuously. Each of the letters of the mantra illuminating your mind. Feel that especially all the ignorant energy, the attachment energy, and the hatred or aversion energy completely disappears. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopai Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Honorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakamatuta Me Chitam Shriyam Kurohom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatatakata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pem Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Honorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakamatuta Me Chitam Shriyam Kurohom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatatakata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pem Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Honorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakamatuta Me Chitam Shriyam Kurohom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatatakata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pem Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Honorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakamatuta Me Chitam Shriyam Kurohom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatatakata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pem Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Honorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakamatuta Me Chitam Shriyam Kurohom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatatakata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pem Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Honorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakamatuta Me Chitam Shriyam Kurohom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatatakata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pem Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Honorato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakamasuta Me Chitam Shriyam Kurohom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatatakata Vajramame Mantra Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pem Feel your mind illuminated and blissful, completely purified. And from the crown of your head, Guru Vajrasattva says to you, O son of the race, your negativities, obscurations, and broken and damaged pledges have all been completely purified. And generate strong faith that they have been completely purified, just as Guru Vajrasattva has said. Feel how different you feel. Notice that difference. The relief in your mind, the release of laying down the burden. And then we make a promise to Guru Vajrasattva So take a moment to think in particular those negativities of body, speech, and mind, those specific ones, the recent ones. Think how long that you can refrain from doing them again, a realistic amount of time. Note it on your watch or in your diary, what day it will be, what hour it will be. And think that in front of all sentient beings and personally to Guru Vajrasattva, you make this promise. Before Guru Vajrasattva, I vow never again to commit those negative actions from which I can easily abstain, and not to commit for a day, an hour, or at least a few seconds, those negative actions from which I find it difficult to abstain. Guru Vajrasattva is extremely pleased with your pledge. And in that bliss and happiness for your good intentions and all of your efforts, having pleased the mind of the Guru, they melt into light. And this light dissolves into you, melting down through your crown. And in that radiance, your body, speech, and mind become inseparably one with Guru Vajrasattva's holy body, speech, and mind. Recognize this as your true nature, not separate from the Guru, the great Dharmakaya. Luminous and blissful. So just like the self-grasping and self-cherishing are the root cause of all of our problems, so emptiness is the direct antidote. Contemplating, in emptiness, there is no I, creator of negative karma. There is no action of creating negative karma, and there is no negative karma created. Placing your mind in that emptiness for a little while, in this way looking at all phenomena as empty. They do not exist from their own side. And then with this awareness of emptiness, we can dedicate the merits. Due to all the merits of the 3 times collected by me, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and all other sentient beings, which appear to be real from there, but which are empty, may the I, which appears to be real, but is empty, achieve Guru Vajrasattva's enlightenment, which appears to be real, but is empty, and lead all sentient beings, who appear to be real, but are totally empty, to that enlightenment, which appears to be real, but is empty, by myself alone, which appears to be real, but is also totally empty, non-existent from there. May the precious bodhicitta, the source of all happiness and success for myself and all other sentient beings, be generated within my own mind and in the minds of all sentient beings without even a second's delay. And may that which has been generated be increased. May I and all other sentient beings have Lama Tsongkhapa as our direct guru in all our lifetimes, never be separated even for a second from the pure path that is greatly praised by the conqueror Buddhas, and actualize the complete path, the 3 principal paths and the 2 stages of highest yoga tantra, the root of which is guru devotion, within our minds as quickly as possible. Just as the brave Manjushri and Samantabhadra realized things as they are, I dedicate all these virtues in the best way that I may follow after them. Whatever dedication the 3-time victorious ones gone to bliss have admired as best, in the same way I also perfectly dedicate all these roots of virtue so that I may perform good works. and then gathering up all of our practice and offering it to our precious, precious gurus so they may live long and continue to guide us. For His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world, to the incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso, I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. To Lama Zopa Rinpoche, you who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who mercifully accomplish magnificent prayers, honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And long life prayer for all of our precious gurus, including Geshe Sherab and all the teachers at Kopan Monastery and Nunnery, and including Venerable Rabina and Khandra La, and all the teachers that you've ever taken teachings from. May my Venerable Lamas' life be firm, their white divine actions spread in the 10 directions. May the torch of the teachings of Losang always remain, dispelling the darkness of all beings in the 3 realms. So that completes the Vajrasattva Express meditation. For those of you who it's evening, have a wonderful sleep in the pure, pristine nature of the mind of Vajrasattva, not separate from your own. And for those of you where it's lunchtime, have an excellent rest of the day. Offer your lunch to Vajrasattva. And I hope to see you all again next week. Please, you know, drop in again next week. I've given you the power to unmute, by the way, if you need to. And
thank you so much, Miffi.
Take care of each